Hello, my buzzing bees, and welcome back to Sit-ins with Sid. With Sid, the best place and the best person to be sitting with, giving you psychological wisdom. But seriously, so I really wanted to focus today on life in general and the three stages of living. And with the three stages of living, there is the past, present, and the future. And oftentimes I find myself speaking with people in random conversation, because you guys know that I always wind up in random conversations, and sometimes they're very insightful, and I often hear people say, like, I really wish that I could stop being stuck in the past and just like focus on what I got going on right now. I feel like a lot of things that are going on in my past are just like keeping me from moving forward and just living my best life. And those conversations, honestly, I'd be like, girl, me too. Me too. And I find myself living in the past a lot. Hence why I went on this spiritual journey, because I need to learn how to live in the present and not let my past kind of run me and not live too far into the future. And my biggest advice that I always give to myself and other people is just, the past is, don't always look at it as something negative, even if, negative experience did come from it, but use it as a learning experience. And don't focus too far into the future. Focus on the here and now, because the present is the primary focus of your life right now. And, what you do now is just, it adds to your future and it gets you to where you need to be. So you need to be present with yourself now and focus on what's going on around you now, so that you can make great decisions that will make your future brighter, or, meet the things that you want to meet, that you have planned for yourself in the future. So there are, like I said, there's three stages of living. The first one I am going to talk about is the past. Now, when it comes to the past, y'all, we all got some, dark things in the past that we may not be proud of. And, oftentimes when we think back to the past, we oftentimes, get stressed about what happened, what we can no longer control, negative emotions, mistakes, replaying current events, conversations in our mind, and overthinking previous chapters. And when you are living in the past, what that does is it limits you from moving forward. It limits you from also taking risks, due to thinking back into the past and be like, oh, well, that didn't work, so I'm not going to ever try that again. And it's like, once you experience something, just because it had a negative experience in the past doesn't mean that, in present time, that you can't take that risk again, because maybe you're knowing. Every day we grow as people, and the past does not justify us. Like I said, it's a learning experience. Things that I've done in my past, I mean, I'm not proud of everything that I've done in my past, but some things I look back on when thinking back into the past is, wow, like I actually really came a long way. Because y'all, when I tell y'all, girl, your girl was going through it, okay? She was, that's a whole different episode. But yeah, like some things that I did, I was just like, that was stupid. Why'd you do that? Girl, get it together. And honestly, the past is also looked as, don't regret anything. Because everything in your, I'm so big on everything happens for a reason. And I think that those things in your past happen for a reason, to make you stronger, make you into the person you are today, and not have you stuck. I think sometimes, people get stuck in that past phase and they're just like, I can't move on, I can't. But one thing you just need to learn is that nothing great will come to you living in the past, because you already lived it. It's already happened. There's nothing that you can do now. The only thing that you can do now is be the best version of yourself. And I mean that like 100%. And that's something I'm learning. So yeah, stop living in the past. So this leads us to number 2, in present time. In present time, the moment we know as the here and the now. I make myself laugh. So yeah, don't mind me. And this is the time in our lives where, we accept what has occurred, feeling excitement for what is to come. Also, awareness of our current moment, moods, enjoying small and big wins. Make sure that you always uplift yourself, even if it's the smallest thing, even if you did something so tiny. Always give yourself a pat on the back. Expressing gratitude for what you have, always be grateful for what you have. Always be grateful for how far you have come in your life. And, just be grateful, for the people that are currently in your life that are making change, that are making you a better person. Give yourself gratitude that, you're growing and becoming a better person. And you're actually better than you were yesterday, than you were last week, than you were last year, than you were last month, than you were 2 seconds ago. And feeling content about your current chapter. In this stage, you're at the point of, you may still be looking into the past, but, at this moment, you're just looking at how things are playing out right now, and where you want to go. And maybe you're using this time in the present to, make some goals for yourself that you want to achieve for the future. Not totally living in the future already, but you're starting to put things in the works and you're starting to make things happen, and then you're excited to see what those things come out to be. And the third one is future. Yeah, I was about to do a future rap lyric, but yeah, I'm not, because I was going to mess up on the lyrics. So yeah, I'm just going to stick with, my psych stuff. So in the future, this is, when we think about the future also is, we feel anxious as to what's to come. Like, are we going to be successful? Do we know you fear the unknown because you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if all the work that you're putting in now is going to make a difference in 5 years. You don't know if, you've been working on YouTube and you don't know 5 years from now, am I going to be sitting here still working my 9-to-5 job? You don't know. So it's a fear. It's a fearful thing. You get really anxious. Also, worrying for the unknown. So I spoke on that. Anticipating worst case scenarios, expecting the same scenarios. Just because, maybe right now in the present life, you keep trying things and they're not working out for you. But, with experience and with time and with patience, y'all know I'm big on patience. So, with patience, that stuff will come. I'm very antsy, and, I hope that my YouTube takes off and I can quit my job. It will happen. But, there's still a part of me that's just like, I don't want to be working. I'm stressed. I'm burnt out. So yeah, I get a little anxious. And also overthinking your upcoming chapters. What does the future hold for me? And that is the biggest question. And nobody knows until you actually get to that part of your life. And, when it comes to the future, I often hear people, making plans on, what they want for themselves in the future. And that's not a bad thing at all. You should, start developing what you want and where you want to be. But, also be kind to yourself. If you don't meet those benchmarks that you have set for yourself, it's okay. Sometimes life happens and things come up. And, you don't want to get stuck living in the future that you lose sight of opportunities within present time. Small progress, big progress. At the end of the day, it's all progress. So, you just take it step by step. And when it comes to the future, of course, that anxiety will be at an all-time high. But, everything will work out for you. I promise. Maybe not the way that you have it written out perfectly and just like, this is how it's going to go. Maybe, you're going to have to jump through some obstacles like anything in life. But, those are some of the things that we experience throughout life. And, I hope that listening to this video that you take things into consideration and really just realize, like, okay, my past is a learning experience, my present is the here and now, and my future, that's the big stepper. You know what I'm saying? So, in conclusion, I hope you all enjoyed my episode today, and please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I love you all, buzzing bees. See ya.